After watching the 2-2 draw versus Tottenham yesterday, it was a very disappointing result for me, even though that 9-minute header by Matthijs de Ligt at least salvaged 1 point for Manchester United. But I was totally disappointed with the way Manchester United players, especially in the second half, performed. It is now obvious that Ugarte is a very terrible player and he's never going to improve. The fact that a 33-year-old Casemiro is playing 70 minutes per game in the Premier League when we have a 24-year-old Ugarte speaks volume on how bad Ugarte is. And the fact that the manager has made it open that his top priority in this January transfer window is to get an elite defensive midfielder, when we have a 24-year-old Ugarte who is a defensive midfielder, tells us how bad and terrible Ugarte is. And I don't think he can improve. This is the best he can offer. And his best is not even good enough for a lower division team. Very clumsy, no interception, no ball recovery, no passing ability. He can't even control the tempo of the game, which is the key role of a defensive midfielder. Whenever Casemiro is being taken off, Manchester United becomes very porous. Ruben Amorim is really seeing a lot in the training ground. The little 20 minutes we watch is not enough to see how bad Ugarte is, because the manager is clearly seeing him in the training ground. And when a 24-year-old midfielder that is supposed to be at his peak is sitting on the bench, whereas a 33-year-old Casemiro is playing, it speaks volume on how bad the player is. Ugarte should be placed as #1 on the list of players to leave Manchester United. He has nothing to offer Manchester United because his performance is very shambolic. A 24-year-old midfielder should be at his peak, at least giving an average performance, but Ugarte is quite terrible at ball control, interception, tackling, and every attribute a midfielder needs. Ruben Amorim is really suffering at Manchester United. I hope the board will be able to fix that as soon as possible in the January transfer window and get the manager an early DM